Hey, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing great. My name is Marcello Kolax and I am walking you through the European energy markets for the week starting 10th of February 2025. Okay, quite a few things have happened and we've seen this over the past couple of weeks and months that we always got these bearish setups and then nothing happened and the markets simply pushed higher. So we now seem to be in the exact same situation as we were a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, last week as well. We had these really nice bearish setups and then the bears failed to capitalize on it. So right now we do have a lot of fund activity that seemingly is pushing the market higher, and luckily we are working with some really clear levels that will tell us whether or not we'll continue higher or if we will see a corrective move. Now here's the important thing. So all the markets that we are looking at, keep an eye on the lower level time frames. I would recommend the hourly, maybe not the 15 minutes, that's a little bit too much noise, but keep an eye on the hourly chart to really identify whether or not we are breaking lower, because then we can still capitalize very early on any corrective down leg. If, however, no down leg is happening, no harm done, we'll simply go with the flow. All right, before we jump into the markets, just a little update from me. So the Clever Markets Technical Analysis Academy is starting next week on the 17th of February. So go to clevermarkets.com if you haven't signed up already, and yeah, just sign up. I'll walk you over the 4 coming weeks through everything you need to learn or need to know about technical analysis to make greater use of all the small swings, to make your fundamentals more actionable. I am your guy, and I know for a fact that the way the academy is structured is absolutely unmatched in the industry. So even if you have done some sort of course, maybe even a live course in the past, this is your opportunity to actually turn everything you have learned into a coherent system and make it your own. All right, enough about that. Let's have a look at the markets. So I want to start with, where is it? There you go. With the TTF and NBP front month, TTF and NBP front season, German power, EUAs. We have Brent, API 2, Henry Hub and JKM, and you can see that the markets simply have pushed higher relentlessly, and we did have our bearish setups here. So now the question is, what's next? So the interesting thing is, on the charts, there you go. No, what am I saying? So as every week, I also did this week a sentiment survey. So I am asking my LinkedIn network that is 99% traders, essentially energy traders. I asked them, where do you think the market is most likely to go for the next week? And we see that from last week to this week, the bulls have taken over. So the week before it was more evenly split. There was no clear preference, but right now, oh my God, are the bulls in charge or what? So what we are expecting here is then looking back at the charts and looking back at what the funds are doing, that everything is aligned with the bulls. So you know exactly how it is. This is the kind of situation where people get a little bit too enthusiastic, and then of course we have to break lower, all right? And then we have like significant losses. Isn't it always the way it happens? So I'm just joking around here, but do be careful, all right? Everything is aligned for the bulls on multiple time frames as well, but be careful. So just going back to what the Clever Markets dashboard is showing. I'll just make myself a little bit smaller here. So you can see like TTF and NBP front month, TTF and NBP front season. So it is all looking fairly bullish, and we walk you through the identification of these bullish stances. And we'll also show you exactly when this is not working out anymore. So this is a very important video, because yes, I am acknowledging the bull trend, but I'm also giving you the levels on when the market is pushing lower again. By the way, in case you're wondering what this here is, this whole thing, this is just the front page of the Clever Markets dashboard, because for some of the world's largest energy companies, I am their remote technical analysis desk. And what you're seeing here is just a smaller version of the full service. If you are already an existing client, you're watching this as part of the full video, You're one of the best. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So let's move over to the charts. And I think it's good if we just start directly with the TTF front month. And I want to take my sweet time with the TTF front month before moving into the TTF front season and NBP, because they're more or less structured the same way. So what all of them are showing is on the weekly chart that we are pushing higher within the ascending channel. So the market is already midterm bullish. There's no question about that. Looking at the stochastic, there's no indication of any bearishness. Looking at the MACD, I kind of like this because it's a gradual, sustainable pace. So all good here. Then we are looking at the moving averages, convincingly bullish, nothing to worry about here. Now, let's look at the latest candle. So you can see if we zoom in, this here is a hanging man, and a hanging man at an important resistance level would usually lead to a price decline. Now, is this happening? Well, the lower level charts are telling us that the chances of this whole bearish setup to work out are quite low, simply because everything is still bullish. We would turn bearish if we get in this case, a weekly close below 51.29, then we would be really speaking of a significant downside correction. If, however, we push above 56.1, then the bulls would simply continue. I don't expect the market to push higher really steeply. What I expect maybe a little bit sideways, and then it would make sense for us to gradually tag along the upper boundary of this channel here. But I feel that the daily and hourly charts are better suited for this. So here once again we do have the ascending channel. Cool, we are bullish within that, also in the grand scheme of things, right? Then we zoom in and we see, okay, what's the momentum doing with the MACD? Bullish, cool. Maybe a little bit, no, I don't want to say too bullish, but very bullish. What's the DMI doing? So the green, so DMI plus above DMI minus simply means the bulls are in charge, and very much so. That's kind of cool. And then we do have the stochastic, which is not giving us any bearish indication at all. So by the way, don't be thrown off by the oscillator or any oscillator that you choose being above or within overbought territory. Being in overbought territory only means that we have an uptrend going. Oscillators are showing us if we are making new highs. If we are in overbought territory, it's telling us, yes, we are making new highs, which is happening right now. So don't worry about it. By the way, we would only get a bearish signal if we push below the overbought territory. All of that is explained in the Clever Markets Academy. It's very near and dear to my heart, these oscillators. Okay, so, and then of course, trend tools as shown with the 8 and 12 exponential moving average still looking fairly bullish. Now, there's nothing much here, so traders are starting to look further and further back for any sort of indication of where the market might be heading next. So right now, we are all looking at peaks from October 2023. That's the last thing, the last reference point we have, right? And the market for now seems to be looking at exactly that. This is the candle from last Friday on the daily chart. So the further we have to look back, that means the more people are looking at the same levels. Doesn't mean the level will hold or break, no, absolutely not, but it simply means that a move either way will be significant. So now we are looking, what is this, October 23, we are looking this far back, everyone is looking at this level. If we push above it, that would show us that a lot of people will be very wrong. Those who expect the market to top out at this important level. So with their short covering, boom, this will then immediately continue the uptrend. If this resistance level holds and the market continues lower, well, then looking at our Clever Market Sentiment Survey, looking at the commitment of traders reports, who are all long as well, not all, but where the funds are mostly long, that would tell us a lot of people will be very wrong at this level, and then we could really push lower significantly initially. So keep an eye on that, 56.1. Now, what will happen this morning? I think for this, it's good to start looking into the hourly chart, and you can see here I'm working, let me zoom out. I'm working with two sets of trend lines. I'm working with this trend line that goes back to the December 2024, right? It's kind of nice. We have in the grand scheme of things, we're still going higher. But right now, taking any bearish signals with a move below this trend line here is useless, so we did draw it because it's so far away. So we did draw in a steeper trend line that is helping us way more. And now zooming in, you can see I'm working with two sets of Fibonacci levels. So the one is the green, which are fibs, which are Fibonacci retracements. So the 0 is up here, the 100 is down here. And that is showing us we are now in the potentially retracing lower. So last week ended with a shooting star, which is a bearish candle. Was it confirmed by any bearish tools? No. Stochastic, still bullish, so this whole thing is more likely to resolve higher at the start of this week. But what if we are wrong? What if this whole thing actually is leading to a weak Monday morning opening? Well, very simple. We are working with the fib retracements. A move below the 23.6% fib retracement at 5551 would launch a down leg. How low can it go? Well, probably towards 5455, which is the 61.8% fib retracement, and it also coincides with the trend line. So that means like many traders with many different trading strategies, some are looking at the fibs, some are looking at the trend lines, we're all looking at the same level, so this is a good level to bounce from. But once again, as I said, it's all looking rather bullish to me. So if we simply push higher this morning above 56.09, then the bulls could very easily make it towards 5777. Where is that target coming from? Well, that's a fib extension. So you can see, let me zoom out. Fib extensions give targets. And the assumption here is that this up leg after the correction will be duplicated. So this leg here is as long as this distance here. So that's why it is like a target. It's a measured move or one-time extension or 100% extension, whatever you want to call it, yeah. But 5777, I believe that quite a few traders might be looking at that. Beyond that level, I think the 60 is nothing too crazy. So this is the setup for the TTF front month. So we are midterm bullish above or within the channel. We are now accelerating this already bullish uptrend. So the bulls are getting even stronger, but I want to see a move above 56.1. How we will get there is best decided on the hourly chart. So we might get a weak open before we bounce, or we push higher immediately. Either way, as long as at least 5455 holds, the daily chart also can still continue higher. If we get a close below 5455, then we would be dealing with a deeper correction that could test the trend lines support, and below that you get a deep correction, and then we'll take it one candle at a time from there if it should happen. So with the Commitment of Traders report, with the Clever Market Sentiment Survey, and the tools that we are looking at here, trend, momentum, volume tools, it's rather looking bullish. Here just one more sentence. Do go to clevermarkets.com, check out the academy there and the academy details, and talk to me if you do have any questions. This is what it looks like. So you go to clevermarkets.com, you go to services, you go to Technical Analysis Academy, and there you learn everything. The overview, we got some good testimonials, how the whole academy is structured, syllabus, and then we talk about the fees and who should attend. So go check it out, and also do enjoy this little video that I've created for you. I hope you enjoyed this. This was the Clever Markets Technical Analysis Outlook for the week starting 10th of February 2020. Everyone, you have a great start into the week. Let me know how you're getting on with the markets. You know exactly where to find me. If you're an existing client, hello@clevermarkets.com with an email, or just send me a WhatsApp message. Everyone, stay safe out there in the market. See you around, and bye bye.